Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, everybody. Uh, See you in the Shift Freight Forwarding lecture with the topic about international trade and shipping. Okay, in this lecture, there are some subtopic that we would like learn together. They are about the importance of shipping, freight market, what's economic development and shipping, sea transport system, and then international trade pattern, international marine passage, and the end of this topic, we will make conclusion uh, in this topic. Okay, first subtopic, we would like to talk about the importance of shipping. There are several things that important of shipping. First, shipping is one of the world's most internationalized industries. And then, second, shipping shouldn't be viewed only from a narrow national perspective, but it should be looked at from a broad view of world development, particularly in the international trade sector. And then the three, in studying the shipping business, we need to understand the world economy as well. Shipping is fundamental to international trade as it provides a cost-effective means to transport a large volume of cargo around the world. And the last item is shipping and seaborne trade have made possible the progression from a world of isolated area to an integrated global community. And then why is there a demand for shipping? There are two reasons that cause a demand for shipping. First, demand for shipping services arise from demand for goods. And then the second, the movement of cargo by sea transport come about as a result of trade with one party. Extra, the consignor selling commodities to another party uh, as the consignee. And then what is a shipping system? Okay, in this slide, we can look the map. There are movement product from an area of supply to an area of demand. The shipping business involves the physical transport of cargo from an area of supply to an area of demand. Together with the activities required to support and facilitate such transport. A transport system involves three key components that are used for the movement of goods. They are first fixed infrastructure such as port or terminal, and then the second vehicle such as ship or barges using the fixed infrastructure to move cargoes, and then three organizational system necessary to ensure that the vehicle and the fixed infrastructure are used effectively and efficiently. Why is the shipping business is essential to economic development? Since international trade and related business activities rely on the efficiency and availability of shipping services. Sea transport and economic development always go hand in hand with each other. And then the subchapter freight and market. We know that the sea freight market is linked with ships that can carry different types of cargo. Freight market can be divided into two parts. First, the tram market, and the second, the liner market. And then the subchapter about what's economic development and shipping. We can explain as follow. The economic development in the 19th century predetermined the path of the world's shipping industry. The basis of world trade system in the 20th century originated in the West. It deals with the flow of industrial goods from Europe to rest of the world, as well as the flow of raw material to Europe from the rest of the world. The West has maintained its leadership role in the global manufacturing of high technology products, but there is no guarantee that this trend will continue. Changes in the world production pattern, economic development in emerging countries such as China and India have increasingly contributed to the shipping business by generating more cargo for sea transport. And then a subchapter about sea transport system. We know that there are some important points to note in international trades. Basically, the emerging countries usually have a high trade volume and high output level. For instance, much of the growth in bulk trade has centered on countries in South Asia. Demand for coal mainly comes from Japan and South Korea. And then demand for iron ore mainly comes from China, about 36%. In another set, China also has become the factory of the world in producing manufactured products. The reason for the high trade volume and high output level in emerging countries are summarized as below. First, emerging countries have greater need for raw material. Along the long road to economic development, local resources may be depleted and the need for important arises. Then, three, emerging countries such as China and India are able to supply low-cost labor. Then, the four, to produce manufactured product for export. And the last one is emerging countries can afford imports as their cargoes to export. Okay, and then in the subchapter, sea transport system, we can know in this table about shipping intensity in the words. In economic activity, there are some activity like agriculture, mining, manufacturing, telecommunication, and professional services. And if we relate to shipping intensity, sector of agriculture, mining, manufacturing have high level. Yeah. And then concept of parcel size distribution. We can know in this picture, there are two parts in shipment trades that we can divide in two parts. First, big parcel and small parcel. Big parcel we can also mention with bulk cargo, while in small parcel we can call with general cargo. Big parcel and then make dry bulk, our liquid bulk cargo, while in small parcel, there are containerized our lost cargo. Three bulk or liquid bulk cargo need bulk shipping, while containerized our lost cargo need liner shipping. In subchapter about international trade pattern, uh, we can know that with over 80% of world trade by volume being handled by ocean carrier, sea transport remain the backbone, supporting international trade and accelerating globalization following UNTACS 2008. And then generally speaking, there is a positive relationship between growth in world output and growth in world trade. There is a positive relationship between growth in seaborne trade and world output growth. A decrease in world output growth leads to a decrease in both export and import. On another hand, an increase in world output growth trigger demand for both export and import. And in this graphic, we can learn about growth rate of world output and world trades from growth in GDP and then growth in export and growth in import. Start from here 2002 until 2007, and we know about movement growth rates. For growth in GDP, there are increase in year of 2004. Also in growth in import. While growth in GDP, the movement of this item uh, have reached high level until 4.0. It's occurred in 2004. And then overall seaborne trade, we can know about what seaborne trades in billion ton mil. Yeah, there are increase from the year 1970 until 2007. And there are a lot of goods in progress. While with seaborne trade by region in 2007 in percentage share of tonnage in five regions like Africa, America, Asia, Europe, and Oceania. And then it look us about the good loaded, and we know that in America and Asia there are a lot of good loaded. Uh, if we compare with another region like Africa and Oceania, although in Europe. While in good unloaded, there are a lot of good that cannot be loaded has been occurred in Asia and then in Europe. Okay. In subchapter about international maritime passages, there are six popular international maritime passage in the world, they are in Panama Canal, and then the Suez Canal and Strait of Malacca, and then in Strait of Hormuz, Strait of Magellan, and Strait of Kutch Hope. And in this map, we can look about international maritime passage. Panama in short, America, and then Suez in Middle East, and then Hormuz also in Middle East, and then Cape of Good Hope in short Africa, and then Malacca is located in southeast of Asia. Uh, and in conclusion from this topic, we can conclude there are some things that related to this topic. First, improvement in international shipping by developing trade routes are one of the main features of globalization. And then the second, lower transport costs lead to higher level of foreign investment, a higher saving ratio, an increased volume of export, easier access to technology and knowledge, and a decline in unemployment. And then the three, lower transport costs would reduce the final product price and lead to an increase in trade volume. Furthermore, expanding trade volume in the long run would reduce the unit cost of transport by allowing economies of scale and greater specialization in terms of efficiency, frequency, and reliability in shipping operation. I think the lecture of this topic like that, and if there are any questions related with this topic, please propose.